Waking up in the morning can be a challenge. Thoughts about what the day holds begin to invade the mind, and worries accumulate like dark clouds. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But it is in this moment that prayer becomes a powerful tool. A prayer that not only seeks strength, but also divine protection. What makes this prayer so special? The trust we place in God, recognizing that He is in control. The Bible is full of promises that encourage us to seek God first thing in the morning. Psalm 46:1 reminds us, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. This passage offers us a solid foundation, assuring us that we are not alone in our challenges. Instead of carrying our anxieties alone, we can hand them over to Him who offers us shelter and strength. When we talk about strength, it's not just about physical strength, but a strength that comes from within. It is the ability to face the challenges of the day with courage and faith. In Philippians 4:13, we read, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This powerful statement invites us to recognize that we do not rely solely on our own abilities. By starting the day with a prayer, asking for the strength that comes from God, we open the doors to inner transformation. It is common at dawn for thoughts of insecurity and anxiety to assail us. Often, worries about the future, work, personal relationships, and even health surround us. However, when we turn to prayer, we find a safe space. Prayer is an intimate dialogue with God, where we can express our anguish and, at the same time, receive the peace that surpasses all understanding, as Philippians 4:7 teaches us. This peace is a divine protection that envelops us, allowing us to face whatever comes our way with serenity. Biblical stories also illustrate this quest for strength and protection. Think of David, who, in times of great distress, cried out to God for help. In Psalm 18:2, David says, The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. These words echo a timeless truth. When we feel weak, it is in God that we find true strength. David was not an invincible warrior, but a man who knew where to seek help. This dependence on God brings a sense of freedom, for we know that we do not have to face our challenges alone. Morning prayer is not just a ritual, it is a practice that transforms our state of mind. By dedicating the first moments of the day to God, we create a space for Him to renew our strength and protect us from uncertainties. Divine protection does not mean we will not face difficulties. It means that, regardless of what comes, we will not be alone. A contemporary example of this can be found in the experiences of people facing challenging medical diagnoses. Many share that prayer becomes a pillar in their lives, offering strength in moments of fragility. By turning to God, they find a sense of peace and protection, regardless of the outcome. Prayer becomes a refuge, a space to trust that, even in adversity, God is by their side. Daily challenges can be heavy, but the spiritual approach we adopt can change everything. When we start the day with a prayer asking for strength and protection, we alter our perspective. Life may continue to present its difficulties, but our attitude towards them changes. The strength we ask for manifests in our ability to act with courage, and divine protection envelops us, allowing us to face the days with hope. In Romans 8:31, we find a powerful declaration. If God is for us, who can be against us? This statement should resonate in our hearts every morning. As we rise and face the day, it is essential to remember this truth. Prayer is not just a request, it is a statement of faith. By praying for strength and protection, we are acknowledging that God is our ally, our fortress in times of need. Reflecting on this brings a new understanding of what it truly means to trust in God. Morning prayer is not just a plea for help. It is a commitment to surrender and allow God to guide our steps. No matter what the day brings, the certainty that we are under divine protection gives us the courage to move forward. The strength we seek is not just to face the storms, but to find peace amidst them. The morning arrives with its gentle glow, bringing the promise of a new beginning. It is in this moment that prayer becomes a powerful link between us and God. Daily life, with its responsibilities and challenges, can be oppressive. The tendency is to wake up already thinking about the problems that await us. This emotional burden often prevents us from fully living in the present. Handing our anxieties over to God is not just a momentary relief, it is an act of faith. By recognizing that we are not alone, peace begins to reign in our hearts. Psalm 55:22 reminds us, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken." This passage invites us to leave our worries in the hands of the one who has the power to transform them. Trusting in God's sovereignty is an essential pillar for facing the uncertainties of daily life. Often, we try to control every detail, but this generates unnecessary anxiety. What we need is to know that God is in charge. In Romans 8:28, we find the promise that all things work together for good to those who love God. This conviction gives us confidence to face the challenges that arise. No matter what the day brings, the certainty that we are under divine protection gives us the courage to move forward. A practical example of this can be found in moments of worry about work. The pressure of responsibilities can be overwhelming. By starting the day with a prayer, asking God to give us strength and protection, we can face tasks with a new perspective. This surrender helps us see obstacles as opportunities for growth, not as insurmountable barriers. The strength we seek is not just to face the storms, but to find peace amidst them. In morning prayer, it is essential to ask God to renew our minds. Transformation begins internally. In Philippians 4:6-7, we are instructed not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let our requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard our hearts and minds. This renewal is a continuous process, and daily prayer helps us maintain focus on what truly matters. Dealing with thoughts of fear and uncertainty is a constant challenge, but the practice of praying early in the morning is a powerful step. As soon as our eyes open, before the worries of the day can set in, we dedicate a moment to connect with God. We ask for protection, not only physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. This protection is a shield that surrounds us, allowing challenges to become more manageable. Imagine starting the day by thanking for all the little blessings that often go unnoticed. This simple act of gratitude transforms our mindset. The focus shifts from worries to what we already have. By doing this, Prayer becomes a means of aligning with God's will, asking Him to strengthen us to face the day with courage and faith. It is important to remember that God's protection does not mean we will not have difficulties. It means that, even amidst struggles, we are not alone. The divine presence accompanies us, and this gives us extra strength. Psalm 91:2 states, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust." This trust is the key to facing challenges with a calm heart. In practice, this can translate into moments of prayer throughout the day. We do not need to limit ourselves to a single moment in the morning. When anxiety begins to arise, a brief pause to pray can change our perspective. Asking God to protect us from worries and fears is a powerful gesture. It is a reminder that we are not alone and that He is our constant support. Mornings are an invitation to renewal. By giving space to God in our hearts, we allow Him to transform our anxieties into strength. Morning prayer becomes an anchor, a starting point for a day full of opportunities. Remembering that God is by our side gives us the courage to face the unexpected. The daily practice of prayer and surrender is a way to develop a deeper relationship with God. It is an invitation to reflect on how He sustains us in each situation. Divine protection extends not only to deliver us from dangers, but to guide us in every decision. Our choices become clearer when we seek God's guidance. When we start the day with this mindset, everything changes. The small things that once seemed like great challenges become manageable. The strength gained through prayer and trust in God makes us more resilient. Each morning is a new opportunity to strengthen and protect ourselves. Prayer is a powerful act that connects us to the divine. By handing over our worries, asking for strength and protection, we are doing more than preparing for the day. We are making a commitment to our faith. What may seem like an obstacle today can reveal itself as a valuable lesson tomorrow. Now, upon waking, take a deep breath and say your prayer. Ask God to strengthen and protect you. Let His light illuminate each of your steps. It is an invitation to live fully, knowing that divine protection is real. The day awaits you, and you are prepared. The following prayer is an invitation to a sincere dialogue with God, an opportunity to open your heart and allow Him to enter your life and your morning. Imagine yourself getting up, still with heavy eyes, and starting to speak with the Creator, handing over all your concerns to Him. Lord, on this new day, I give you all my anxieties and burdens. I know I don't have to carry this alone. May your strength envelop me, and may your protection guard me. You know, often, upon waking, we are bombarded by worries and responsibilities. The phone vibrates with messages and emails. The to-do list seems endless. It's easy to get lost in this whirlwind. But the truth is that many of these worries do not need to be carried alone. Instead of letting stress take over, how about handing everything over to God? He cares about every detail of your life. He is the one who can transform your anxieties into peace. Trust in God's sovereignty is also essential. It is comforting to know that even when things don't go as planned, He is in control. Look to the sky and remember that the same God who created the universe cares about you. In the Bible, in 1 Peter 5-7, it is written, "Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you." This passage is not just advice. It is a promise. By trusting in God's care, you release the weight you carry and allow Him to sustain you throughout the day. And how about transforming your mind first thing in the morning? Instead of clinging to thoughts of fear and anxiety, seek the peace that comes from God. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Peace is not just the absence of conflict, but a real and powerful presence that transforms everything around you. By renewing your mind, you make space for this peace to flood your day. Now, how to put this into practice? As you rise, create the habit of dedicating the first moments of your day to prayer. Even if it's just a few minutes, make it a priority. Talk to God about your fears, your hopes, and your plans. Ask Him to guide each of your steps. Feel His presence by your side, like a shield, strengthening your courage and protecting your heart. During the day, when worries start to arise, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and remember your morning prayer. Remember that you are not alone. Reaffirm your trust in God's sovereignty. You may face challenges at work, in your family, or in your relationships. Look at these moments as opportunities for faith. When you feel like you are losing control, remember that God is holding your hand. How about repeating this phrase in your mind? I am strong because God is my strength and divine protection. Think of it as a cloak that covers you, something that cannot be seen but is tangible. As you step out onto the street, as you face traffic, as you enter meetings, carry this awareness that God's protection is with you. It's as if you are wrapped in an invisible armor, capable of warding off negativity and bad influences. This perception changes your posture, as if you are walking with more confidence and security. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but through small, daily actions. Each prayer, each surrender, each moment of trust in God is a building block. It is a path you walk, and with each step, you become stronger and more protected. At the end of the day, as you lie down, reflect on the moments when you saw God's hand at work in your life. What can you do now? Reinforce this practice. Create a space in your routine for prayer, for meditation, and for reflection. Remember that God's strength and protection are a gift to be lived daily. Don't let the rush of everyday life prevent you from enjoying this connection. Make it a priority. Tomorrow, upon waking, repeat this prayer. Strengthen yourself in God's presence and feel His protection throughout the day. Embrace the certainty that, with Him by your side, you are prepared for whatever comes. God's strength and protection are yours to be lived. The powerful prayer you say in the morning is a true invitation to be strengthened and protected by God with each new dawn.